Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about those twinkling stars? The night sky is a vast and mysterious place, filled with countless points of light that have fascinated humans for centuries. Some of those aren't stars at all. They are satellites. These man-made objects are orbiting our planet, performing a variety of important tasks. Satellites are like spacecraft that orbit Earth. They come in different shapes and sizes, each designed for a specific purpose. They are our eyes in the sky. From their vantage point high above, they can see things that are impossible to observe from the ground. They help us do so many cool things. From monitoring weather patterns to studying climate change, satellites provide invaluable data. Satellites allow us to make calls, watch TV, and even find our way home using GPS. They are essential for modern communication and navigation. They can even take pictures of distant planets and galaxies. Wow, that's amazing. These images help scientists learn more about our universe. But have you ever wondered how these satellites stay up in space without falling back down to Earth? Let's find out. It's a fascinating process that involves a delicate balance. It all comes down to a fascinating force called gravity and a bit of speed. Gravity pulls the satellite towards Earth, but its speed keeps it moving forward. It's like a game of cosmic catch, but instead of catching, the satellite is constantly falling around Earth. This continuous motion keeps it in orbit. Don't worry, it won't fall back down. The balance between gravity and speed ensures that the satellite remains in a stable orbit. It's all perfectly balanced thanks to gravity and speed. This delicate dance allows satellites to perform their vital functions without interruption. You know how magnets attract things made of metal? They create an invisible force field that pulls metal objects towards them. Well, Earth has its own kind of magnet, gravity, but instead of pulling just metal, it pulls everything towards it. Gravity is a force that pulls everything towards the center of Earth. This force is what keeps us grounded and makes sure we don't float away into space. It's what makes things fall down when you drop them. For example, when an apple falls from a tree, it's gravity that pulls it down to the ground. Think about it this way. Earth is like a giant magnet, and satellites are like tiny metal marbles. These satellites are constantly being pulled towards Earth by gravity. Just like a magnet pulls metal objects towards it, Earth's gravity pulls the satellites towards its center. But there's more to the story. If gravity were the only force at play, the satellites would crash into Earth. However, they don't because there's another important factor involved. Luckily, there's something else at play: speed. The satellites are moving so fast that they keep missing Earth, and this speed keeps them in orbit. This delicate balance between gravity pulling them in and their speed pushing them forward keeps the satellites in a stable orbit around our planet. Here's where the real fun begins. We're about to dive into the fascinating dance between gravity and speed that keeps satellites in orbit. While gravity tries to pull satellites down towards the Earth with an invisible force, their incredible speed prevents them from falling straight down. Instead, they move forward at such a high velocity that they keep missing the Earth. Imagine you have a ball attached to a string, and you're swinging it around in a circle. The faster you swing it, the more it wants to fly away. The string keeps the ball from flying away, right? It pulls the ball inward, just like gravity pulls the satellite towards Earth. That's kind of what's happening with satellites. They are in a constant tug-of-war between gravity and their own speed. Gravity acts like the string, constantly pulling the satellite towards Earth, ensuring it doesn't drift off into space. Meanwhile, the satellite's speed acts like the ball's momentum, making it want to keep moving in a straight line, away from Earth. This perfect balance between gravity and speed causes the satellite to continuously fall around Earth instead of crashing into it. It's a delicate dance that keeps the satellite in a stable orbit. It's like a never-ending roller coaster ride in space. The satellite is perpetually falling towards Earth, but never quite reaching it, creating a smooth, continuous orbit. Hundreds of years ago, a brilliant scientist named Isaac Newton figured out this whole gravity thing. He discovered that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force called gravity. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks to Newton's discovery, we understand how satellites stay in orbit, and because we understand gravity, we can launch satellites into space and use them for all sorts of amazing things. It's all thanks to gravity, speed, and a little bit of scientific curiosity.